Fear no one, not because you're reckless, not because you're arrogant, but because fear is a lie. It's a story your mind tells to keep you small, to keep you safe, to keep you average, and you were not born to be average. The moment you fear someone else,
you hand them the pen to write your story. You give up the power. You silence your own voice. Why should you fear anyone? What can they take from you that you didn't already give? Their opinion, their judgment, their rejection. None of it matters unless you believe it does. Fear is belief. In reverse, it's belief in failure, belief in loss, belief in humiliation, but that's not real. What's real is what you choose to believe. Napoleon Hill said it best. Fear is nothing more than a state of mind. Let that sink in. A state of mind, not a fact, not a force, not a truth. Just a feeling that you choose to entertain, and you can choose to let it go. Because no one is better than you. No one is more worthy than you. No one is more allowed to live boldly than you are. But here's the secret. They act like they are. And that's what makes the difference. They walk with certainty, even if it's fake. They speak with confidence, even when they're unsure. They show up like they belong. And suddenly, they do. While you hesitate, while you overthink, while you let fear stop you from even starting. And that's how fear wins. Not because it's strong, but because it's sneaky. It disguises itself as logic, as common sense, as protection. It whispers, what if they laugh? What if you fail? What if you look stupid? But ask yourself this, what if you don't? What if you rise? What if you speak and someone listens? What if you try and it works? What if you finally break through? Fear won't tell you that part. It only shows you one side of the story, and most people accept that story without question. They never ask, who wrote this? They never rewrite the script. They just follow it, blindly, obediently. Until one day they wake up and realize they never lived their own life. They lived the version fear allowed. Let that not be you. You don't need permission to be powerful. You were born with it. But you need to reclaim it. Reclaim it from every voice that told you to play small. Reclaim it from every moment you doubted yourself. Reclaim it from every lie fear told you. You want freedom? It starts with fearlessness. Not the absence of fear, but the refusal to bow to it. The refusal to let it make your decisions. Because fear doesn't care about your dreams. It only cares about your safety. And your safety is the enemy of your growth. Let me say that again. Your safety is the enemy of your growth. Comfort zones are beautiful places, but nothing grows there. If you want to lead, create. Win.love. Live fully. You must be willing to risk. To speak up when your voice shakes, to stand tall when your knees tremble, to keep going when every voice inside says stop. Because that's when you're growing. That's when you're living. That's when you're becoming who you were meant to be. Every great leader was once afraid. Every bold speaker once stuttered. Every powerful creator once doubted. But they moved anyway. That's the key. Motion kills fear. Action dissolves doubt. Faith replaces hesitation. And power returns to you, not because someone gave it, but because you chose it. You claimed it. You remembered it. You remembered that no one is above you. No title, no degree, no follower count, no spotlight. Everyone breathes the same air. Everyone feels fear. But some move anyway, and some shrink. You get to choose who you are, right now, this moment. So I'll ask you, what would your life look like if you feared no one? Think about that. What would you say? Who would you become? What would you finally start? Who would you stop chasing? What dreams would you chase instead? Your fear of people is costing you your purpose, your power, your voice, your peace, and it's time to take it back. You don't need to be louder than everyone, you just need to be louder than your fear. Because once you stop fearing others, you stop needing their approval. You stop needing their permission, you stop needing their praise, and you start living free. That's the real flex, to walk into a room and not need to dominate, not need to impress, just to be unafraid, unshaken, undeniably yourself. And when you do that, people feel it. People notice it. Because true power isn't loud, it doesn't need to shout, it just is. And that can be you, if you let go of fear. If you reclaim your mind and walk like you belong, because you do, always have. You just forgot. And fear loves when you forget, but not anymore. Not after today, not after this. You're done fearing people, done shrinking, done doubting, done asking for permission. Now you rise, now you speak, now you move. Not because you're ready, but because you're done waiting. That's how you win. That's how you lead. That's how you fear no one. You fear no one. Because no one holds your destiny in their hands. They didn't give it to you, so they can't take it from you. Your future was written before they had an opinion. Their voice is just noise. Only yours echoes in your soul. Only yours can move mountains, but it has to be used. Too many powerful people stay silent. Too many world changers stay hidden because fear says, not yet. Fear says, what if they judge you? What if you're not enough? But I'll tell you what's worse, waking up in 10 years, still wondering who you could have been, still wondering what you could have done, still wishing you had one more shot to be fearless. You don't need 10 years, you need 10 seconds of courage. Seconds to start, to speak, to leap. And the moment you do, you become dangerous. Dangerous to doubt, to small thinking, to the limits fear built around your mind, because now you see it, now you know. Fear is just a fog. It looks thick, it looks heavy, but it disappears the moment you walk into it. So walk even when your heart races, even when your voice shakes, even when fear screams, because fear always screams loudest. When you're about to break through, that's how you know you're close. It doesn't fight you when you're far. It fights hardest when the cage door is open. So don't turn back now. Don't wait for the fear to go away. Just move and keep moving, because forward is where your freedom lives. Not in their opinion, not in their validation, not in their applause. Forward is where your truth is. You don't have time to fear people who aren't walking your path. They don't know your mission. They don't feel your calling. They don't carry your purpose, so why give them control? They're not you, and they never will be. So stop measuring yourself by them. They don't get a vote in your value. They don't define what you're capable of. You do. With your decisions, with your actions, with your courage. Every day you write your legacy. So ask yourself, will it be a story of hesitation or one of boldness? Will it be filled with regrets or with risks taken? Because no one regrets being brave. No one looks back and says, I wish I stayed quiet. They say, I wish I had spoken up. I wish I had moved faster. I wish I had let go of what they thought. So do it now. Let go. Let go of their opinions. Let go of your doubts. Let go of the fear that was never yours to carry. You are not fragile. You are not weak. You are not small. You are fire. You are breath. You are life in motion. You are the storm that fear hopes never wakes up. But you're awake now, and fear's time is up. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them whisper. You walk anyway. You build anyway. You rise anyway. Because your dream doesn't belong to them. It belongs to you. And it's waiting. Right on the other side of fear. The only thing in your way is the lie that someone else's opinion matters more than your mission. Burn that lie, burn it to the ground, then walk forward like you own the road. Because you do. It was paved with your prayers, with your struggle, with your vision. So walk, not just for you, but for the ones who watch you, the ones who learn by your example, the ones still trapped by their fear, wondering if it's possible to live without it. You show them that it is, not by being perfect, but by being bold, by being real, by being relentless. That's leadership, that's power, that's how you fear no one. And if the fear ever returns, good. It means you're growing again. It means the next level is near, so welcome it. Then rise through it. Because no matter what the world says, you are more than enough. You are built for greatness. You are here for impact. And fear has no place in your story. Only fire, only truth, only freedom. From this moment on, you fear no one.